Hey guys, so last week my Fujifilm X-T4 arrived, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get out and record some videos for you because the 16 to 80mm lens that I bought was not working correctly. It was giving this high-pitched sound and it just made the lens unusable because it was so noisy. But good news, I got a full refund for that and I was able to go back to the drawing board and I decided to get a different lens this time. I opted for the 10-24 from John Lewis, who actually delivered within a day, so I was quite impressed with that. So I've decided to go for the wider range this time because the 16 to 80 looked like an amazing lens. I was a little bit disappointed that I didn't get a chance to try it out more, but I think the 10-24 will suit me better because I can hold it like that and I'll get more wide angle shots, and I will be using this more for kind of selfie style videos where it's, the camera's pointed on me rather than photography, etc. So I do think that this probably is the better lens for me. So the website here tells you more about this. The key thing for me is that it's still got f4, it still has optical image stabilization, it does have the different focal range, but it doesn't have weather sealing. It's a little bit lighter though. It's went from 440 grams for the 16 to 80 to 410 grams. So this is still, it's not the heaviest lens out there, but I wouldn't say that this is the lightest lens out there either. So let's unbox this and just see what this lens is all about. So this is the 10-24, and inside this box, if we can focus here, we have the interchangeable lens, we have a lens wrapping cloth, and we have the lens hood. So let's see what we've got here. We've got Fujifilm Connect, a little advertisement there. We've got the lens wrapping cloth. We have the manual and the worldwide network of support for Fujifilm. But we have, get this here, we have the lens and we have the lens hood. So this is the 10-24. And it's no surprise that it doesn't feel that much lighter than the 16 to 80 because it's only 30 grams lighter. But what I do like about this is that it's got an internal zoom, so it doesn't extend out like the other lens did. It looks really good though, looks really good build quality, and you've got 10-24 there, and you've got an OIS button for optical image stabilization, and you've got an aperture button there as well. So that's pretty cool. So let's see what it's like with the lens hood. So that's what the lens looks like with the lens hood on. That's what it's going to look like on my camera. But I actually do have a filter for this because it's got the same filter length as my last lens, the one that broke. So I'll put this on as well. So that's my official Fujifilm filter protector on, 72mm. I might have to give that a little bit of a clean, but yeah, that's it on. Fits well. And that's the lens hood on. So that's what this lens and lens hood and lens filter will look like when it's all together. And this is the official Fujifilm wrapping cloth. Nice little bonus that they throw in with the lens. Apart from the filter protector that I added myself, and I bought that separately, this is everything that you get when you buy the 10-24. You get the 10-24 lens, you get the lens hood, the lens cap, the lens wrapping cloth, an owner's manual, and miscellaneous documents which you will never ever refer to. And that's it connected to my X-T4. This is what my new setup looks like. This is it. The 10-24. So I just quickly switched it on there and I discovered one thing. It isn't making any high-pitched sound. So yeah, it looks like I have a lens which is actually working. So I can now start using my Fujifilm X-T4. So I'm now recording with the X-T4 and the 10-24mm lens. Where is it? There. and the Rode Video Micro for audio. Now, I did quickly attach my Shure VP83 and it sounded okay, but it was clipping. So I think I need to go in and tweak the settings manually for that. The Rode Video Micro seemed to work out of the box. Now, this isn't just my unboxing of the 10-24 and my first look at the 10-24. This is kind of my first real look at the X-T4 because when the 16-80mm lens arrived last week, I did a couple of video tests around the house, but because of that high-pitched sound, I really couldn't test it any more than that, other than doing a few clips. So this is my first test of the X-T4 as well. So colours and settings and everything else, they could be wrong. But right now, I am, I would say, an arm's length away from the X-T4. And you can see the autofocus, snap back. Is it coming in? Well, it's still a little bit, there we go. Yeah, so I'm at kind of the closest position right now. This is 24mm, and this is the closest that you can get with this lens. But to be honest, in most situations, that would be perfect for me. If I set this on a table or something, if I'm chatting to a friend, this would be the perfect range. But, of course, this is a wide-angle lens. So, let's see if I can do this. Where is it? Get to the right position. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. That's why. So, I've got it there. Have I? There we go. So, that is 10 and that is 24. So that's the range that you get with this camera. A very crude way of doing it. I think I was moving the manual focus ring there before. But yeah, this is 10mm and it just shows you how much wider it gets there. You can see, well, basically a huge amount of my office now, whereas before it was really focused on me. So this is really what you would get with the 10-24. And it really does make some difference because obviously before I was limited to 16mm, which is not too bad a focal range, but 10mm just gives me so much more. So now I'm downstairs and I've kind of got the X-T4 in vlogging mode now because I've got my tripod folded up, I've got the camera, I've got the screen flipped out and I've got the Video Micro on top. So it's weird getting used to the weight. It's a little bit heavier than what I'm used to because the Canon M50 was a little bit lighter, but you should be able to see my messy living room. I've got blankets over there because my mum's dog was staying for a few days the other week. My gaming laptop just sitting on top of it as well. But yeah, this is the range that you would get, and seems weird when it gets in close now, but this is a huge range. And I'll have to play around with this because obviously I'll need to mess around with this. I'll need to walk with this. I'll need to see what range suits me best. And it really does depend where I am, if I'm trying to include other people in the shot as well. But first impressions of this lens are undoubtedly positive. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this unboxing and quick look, a few quick tests of the Fujifilm XF10-24mm lens, f4, 10-24. Now, at this point, I really don't know much about this lens, so please do not consider this a review. This is not even close to being a review. I do obviously have a better understanding of the focal range now though, because this is 24 and this is 10. So it goes from that to that, and that is a big, wide range. This is kind of what you would expect with a GoPro, any kind of action camera. That's the kind of range that you would get, but you're not limited to that. You can go everything in between. I keep going for that manual focus ring. So yeah, you can maybe kind of mess about with it until you get the perfect range for yourself. But this lens is not going to be just for vlogging. I'm going to be able to use this around the house and a number of different situations as well. But I do need to learn more about it. I don't know much about it beyond the specs page, beyond the sales page. And I need to test the optical image stabilization and all that as well. Now, I did notice earlier on that, I can see it just now and it's face tracking me, which means that I'm going to be in focus. But when that's not switched on, I recorded a clip or two and it was focusing on my computer rather than me. I was all fuzzy. So there's a lot of things like that I need to learn. I need to make the mistakes with this lens and with this camera to see how it works and see what I like and see what I don't like. I don't even know at this point whether the settings are optimal right now. But please stay tuned. This really was just an unboxing and a few quick tests to show you what this lens can do, give you an idea of the focal range. But I'm going to get out, I'm going to go a walk one day, a hill walk or just a long walk, and I'm going to take the X-T4 and the 10-24, and I'm just going to go out and just use it in a number of different situations to see what it can do and what it can do. So please stay tuned for that. But if you get any specific requests for that, as far as what you want me to cover in that video, please leave a comment and I'll do my best to accommodate you. But until then, thanks for watching and take care.